Hi, I'm Doug,
And I'm extremely fancy.
and this is the Unordinary blog. So, we're going to give you guys our update on Hot Air. We're starting to do the animation for episode 1 in the coming days. We finished doing all the content. We still have a few more things left to do, but we're going to be...
About a week left, and we should be starting animation, and we'll be releasing here within the next couple months. We're going to be releasing one episode a week, and so look out for that. It should be on livefastdiepoor.com also. So
Yeah, probably be about another month or so. So keep your eyes out for that. All right. Well, let's get to some stories.
Okay.
If you can go ahead and go first.
Got a good story for you this week. It's about carrier pigeons, and everybody loves carrier pigeons. So Roy Day of Northfleet, Kent, England, had 20 homing pigeons in his garden shed. Neighbors complained of the noise and the smell because we all know that pigeons smell horrendous. I don't even think I know anybody that owns a pigeon, but
Yeah.
you get the point. So the Gravesham Borough Council notified Day that the pigeons were a health problem and that he would have to sell or give his pigeons away. Logical, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want a bunch of smelly pigeons next to me either.
Do you? You seemed really unsure about that. I don't know if I should trust you anymore.
So Day says that if he took the pigeons somewhere else, they would come back because they're carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
You know, this is logical. They gave me a 7-day deadline to get rid of them, says Day, but even if they went 150 odd miles away, they'd still come back because they're homing pigeons. And that is a predicament, my friends. How do you can't kill them. You can't take them away and let them go. So what do? Dress them up in nice
I was just about to say.
Dress them up in nice suits and take them out to dinner. That's
Yes,
what
exactly.
you do.
I'm just thinking too. If it were the end of the world, he would probably be the center for communication.
Yes, this is true, and he will also have a lot of fines with it.
Well, no, if it's the end of the world, you don't have to worry
This
about
is
money.
true. The city council no longer will live.
He is the
Touche.
city. He is the city council.
The pigeons will rule the world.
Actually, they're controlling him.
Yeah, this is true.
That's probably the case. So, last time I talked about Mayor Einstein. This is just a quick thing that I'd like to talk about. I'd like to point out that it's not so far-fetched that there is could be an animal mayor. Apparently, this cat here is the mayor of a city. It's an honorary mayor of a city called Talkeetna, Alaska. So, it's not too impossible, apparently.
I would just like to point out that the animal mayor thing, I'm not sure whether to be okay with that or be offended by it, because I am currently running for mayor, just in case you didn't catch that in the last episode. And if that's what I'm, going up against is just animals, yeah.
So the deal with this cat is the cat is the honorary mayor because they can't have an animal mayor, not only because it's an animal, but because it's only a historical district. But it's a tourist attraction. So if you guys feel like going to Alaska, you can check out Mayor Stubbs.
So this is Alaska. This is a cat for mayor in Alaska, which is cool, literally. Perfect. They're all free, and they happen all day long. They're all yours. Take them for free.
Well, some of them you might want to take. The other ones you might want to. And the last little note about this cat is, I guess it goes to a nearby restaurant and drinks water out of a wine glass laden with catnip. So,
And the theme of this episode is classy, so obviously
Yeah.
this cat is classy.
I hope that if you become the mayor of California City, that I come over one day and you're drinking water out of a wine glass laden with catnip.
Lapping up water out of a wine glass, because they can't drink. Cats can't
Yeah.
drink, and they lap backwards too. But I just thought I'd throw that.
You know,
out.
actually, I never had a cat, but Lori, my girlfriend Lori, has a cat, and her niece fed the cat catnip, and she said the cat goes crazy. It like runs into it like runs up her leg and like runs around. I don't understand why you would make such a thing because
it's like giving. Well, I mean, that's kind of a bad. It's like giving drugs to a small thing and watching it react. There's fun.
Well,
there's fun in that, but I don't suggest it.
Yeah, drugs. Say no to drugs.
Kids, say no
Always.
to drugs. Continue. No, no. That's how you say no
Yeah.
to drugs.
Gentlemen don't use drugs.
Gentlemen only smoke tobacco.
Yes.
These are bubble pipes.
No, we actually have bubble pipes.
We
but,
do have bubble pipes.
They weren't as classy as
They're
these guys
not
here.
as classy.
No, on to my actual story. Sorry, you guys are watching this video like, what do you...
Oh, Lord. Here we go again with the bugs.
I don't know why. I
You
just
have
have
a-
like... Actually, I didn't even get this story. Lori gave me this story.
It's because you know that I hate bugs. How about that?
Must be... I know that you hate bugs, and that's the only reason I like
Right,
to. I like to torture you.
Let's find out.
So
Let's get this out of the way.
So this lady right here, she's 24.
Who's rather happy, mind you.
Her name is Daniela Liverani. She went backpacking across Southeast Asia, and she was starting to complain about having persistent nosebleeds, but she thought it was, I guess she got in an accident, a motorcycle accident or something,
Okay.
and she was complaining about nosebleeds. Well, when she got home, she took a shower, and she noticed something out of the corner of her eye was kind of like sticking out, and she thought maybe it was just a blood clot, but as soon as she got out of the shower, she wiped out in the mirror.
Okay.
It says, I jumped out of the shower, and I unsteamed the mirror, and I had a proper good look, and I could see little ridges on him. So if that's any indication right there that you have a problem...
This story is going downhill very quickly.
I guess when they tried to remove the thing out of her nose, she said it was agony. Whenever the doctors grabbed him, using the...
Him. It's a he?
Yeah, it's actually... I'll get to that, because he does have a name.
Okay, all right.
Whenever the doctor grabbed him, I could feel the leech tugging at the inside of my nose.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I hope you have nightmares tonight.
I will, and I will be calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was nearly 8 centimeters, around 3 inches.
You're reading this like she just had a baby. Like, it was 8 centimeters.
Well, technically...
It was 8 centimeters long
grew,
and 15 pounds.
It grew within...
It's it's weighing, it's measuring.
Yeah. She and the friend nicknamed the leech Mr. Curly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Since it was probably curled up and nestled cozily in her nostrils.
So, first question. How are you having a bloody nose with a leech in your nose? Because leeches eat blood, obviously. So, first problem I have. Is this leech, a lazy leech?
Yeah, I'm sure he probably let a little bit of blood go by, but he got his fair share.
He was an evil leech. He's like, I'm gonna let a little bit out. I'll show you.
Well, I don't know.
That story bothers me.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Comment below, why is she having bloody nose with a leech in her nose? That's what I want to know.
Because they love blood.
I want to know. And don't. Hey, let's just say this. If you're watching this video, all 70 of you that watched the last one, if you're watching this one, A, subscribe to the channel, and B, you have to comment below, because we need to know how you feel about these stories. So all of you need to be, I need to see some comments.
And if you don't like the stories, that's totally fine. Just put a comment down there letting us know.
Yeah, tell us I hate your show, especially the white kid.
One last thing about this
kid.
Uh-huh.
I act like one.
Yes. You may ask yourself, how did she get this in her nose?
Yes, I want to know.
She could have got it from leech. I guess the doctors were saying that she could have got the leech from swimming in Vietnam. When she went swimming around in there.
Hey kids, back in Nam, I got a leech in my nose.
I'm pretty sure that she was a vet. And she was telling her kids that. I think that was the case. She could have gotten it through her mouth drinking the water. So that is pretty...
So it's safe to say that when she drinks, somehow this awkward person drinks and it goes up in her nose.
Yeah, it just grows. It's probably the little guy and it goes in there. But yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's safe to say that. So, yeah. So that was my story. Another gross one.
All right. Okay, so here you go. I got a story for you. So most of you obviously don't know. Yeah, that's right. Look at this. Those are two handsome gentlemen. So
Yes.
okay, so I have children, and let's say there's a lot of them. It's hard to keep up with them. We're
He's
trying
got
to
five.
we try and remember their names, but it's a difficult thing to do. But one of them, my son, who's 5 years old, his name's Joseph. So the other morning I'm sleeping, okay, and we all know that kids are notorious for coming in the bedroom and waking you up when you don't want to be up. But okay, so I'm sleeping and my son comes in and wakes me up, which is not unusual. And I say, "Son, what's up? What do you need? Why did you wake me up, man?" And he says, "Dad, I'm going to tell you something." And I was like, "All right, what's up?" He says, "Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a scientist." And I was like, that's awesome, man. You know, that's what a parent wants to hear when your kid says, "Hey,
He's going to be the breadwinner.
I would like to grow up and I would like to be a scientist." And I was like, way to go, son. I'm still tired, but I'm like, way to go. And so now I'm not just going to let it end there. I want to know where this logic came from in a 5-year-old. So I say, so why do you want to be a scientist? What made you, did you watch TV, see a scientist? I don't know, but what made you want to be a scientist? And then his answer is the best part of the story. He says, "Dad, I want to be a scientist because if I'm a scientist, I can make 2 Joes, and one can do school for me while I play video games." And that's my son. That right there, it changed. I had hope for the future, and then I was like, that's my son right there.
And that's where
playing video games is a priority in life.
That's where the love comes from, though, because you just know that's your son. That's exactly how you were when you were a kid.
I was exactly.
We
the
grew
same
up
way.
together.
We
and
did.
That's exactly how we were when we were kids. If we could just create a clone to play we would play the video games, and the clone could do all the hard work. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
So, needless to say, we're going to start training him as a scientist because I really see potential in this idea.
Yes, who means cloning? It's
Yeah,
good
so
for it's good for everybody.
Cloning, it's a good thing. We support it. We love cloning.
Well, yeah.
Hey. All right, well, that's what we got for you this week.
Yeah.
And this has been Unordinary. We're glad you joined us. And don't forget to subscribe down below. We need our subscribers. Even if you don't like watching the show, just pretend, please, and subscribe. And
every week there will be something unordinary, something weird. So just be in store for, I guess,
sneak preview for next week. It's Halloween episode. We're not going to tell you what we're doing, and so you're really going to want to tune in for that because it's going to be a good episode.
I would say you might get scared, but it's not we're not going to do anything scary. You just might be scared at what we have for you.
Agreed.
You might never watch again. We'll see.
But I'm scary enough as it is, but yeah, we're going to see. And just remember, stay fancy.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, this is us signing off.